I'm a little bit country, I'm a little bit rock and roll. 1, 2, 3, yeehaw! I got what you want. Honey, honey, I got what you need. Honey, honey, I got what you want. Hi, we are Rob and Ali sharing with you our passion of all things cruise and travel.
We are back here at the Brisbane International Cruise Terminal for a cruise that we have not been on before. Well, we've been on the ship before, but we've not been on this cruise before. It is a country cruise. We woke up this morning, it was pouring down. We thought, oh my goodness, we are going to have a wet sail away. But the cruise gods have shined on us once again.
Don't they always?
Actually, you know what? I'm not going to say too much, because if you look over here,
yeah. Hopefully we're sailing in the opposite direction and we leave that behind. Yeah, and we leave all that behind. Yeah. First up, let's do the checklist. Has everybody got photo ID?
Yeah.
Check.
Yeah.
Check.
Yes.
Check. Sorry.
Credit cards and cash.
Yep.
Check.
Tablets, glasses, contact lenses.
Check.
Check. Check. Toothbrushes.
Check.
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 Have we all locked the doors and the windows?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Check. Check.
Have we got our mobile phones and chargers?
Check.
Check. Tickets, Robert.
Yeah,
the
they're in the
tickets
back.
Everybody got their lanyards that they want?
Check.
Yeah, check.
Check.
Hats.
Check.
We've got our hats. All the bags are in the car. Everything's taken away
Yep.
from there. Yep. And
Check.
the bins, have the bins been emptied?
Yes. Check.
Check. We're good to go. Let's go.
And anybody
it's
put the
starting to
dishwasher
rain.
on?
And the dishwasher. Dishwasher's on. Dishwasher's on. Good to go. So there we are, all good with our checklist. You know, we did the checklist, and even in the car, Robert said, I've got to check my wallet again for my ID. So it's definitely worth doing those checklists.
Absolutely, absolutely. Now, as I said, we are here for a country weekend. It's the first one for us. We booked this a while ago, actually, and we booked it whilst we were on board. And we got home and we said to the girls, we booked a country weekend, and they went, oh, I hope you booked us too. Well,
Do you know,
we hadn't.
We were so surprised. We didn't think they'd be interested. We've got Gabby's 19 and Maddie is 20. Didn't think they would be interested. They're all dressed up. They've got their boots on. They've got their hats on. They've
gone all out. They've gone all out. They were really excited. They're both working now, and they've had some really busy weeks working up to Christmas, and they're both ready for the break.
Ka-ching! They're in the money.
They are.
For the first time ever, we've said to them, right, we're not putting our card on for you. You're on your own. Pay for your own stuff. Kind of had a bit of sad faces, but we'll see how that goes and see whether after a few days it's back to bank of mum and dad.
I'm going to take them to the bonded store in the hope that maybe we'll get treated. So.
Maybe.
Anyway, let's go and get on board.
Dream on.
Let's go and get on board and get some lunch. Inside the terminal, on the escalator.
I am so excited. Queues are just moving really, really quickly. We left the girls sitting down as we just went off to the loos. But we didn't tell the girls that's where we were going, because we were doing a little bit of filming as our intro. They're both heads in their phone. Look up, see us gone. And we're getting panic phone calls going, have you forgotten that you've brought us on this weekend away? They hadn't, but they thought we had.
And the rain's still holding off as yet, so here we go. Departures and passenger check-in. We've come down the lines are virtually nil. We've come straight to, there's just a couple of people in front of us, and we'll be up to the check-in desk. The queues here at Brisbane seem to get shorter and shorter and shorter every time we come. There's still a full ship. They are so efficient here at Brisbane. I'm going to fingers crossed here, because we're not actually on board the ship, but it just gets better and better. We enjoy cruising from Brisbane. It is just so fast getting on the ship. And again, look at this, the lines are almost empty. We just spoke to Rhonda, who checked us in, who said there are about 500 people still to go. It is about 1:30, I think, something like that, and there are about 500 people still to check in. It has been really quick this morning, she said. Okay, we're going through security now. We can't film. We'll catch you on the other side. Through security now. I actually opened my bag up this time to avoid it having to go back through and get emptied, and it worked. So there's a trick. If you've got a case with a lot of stuff in it and it's got the compartments, open it up and put it through the scanner. It worked, saved a lot of time. Anyway, here we are now, about to go onto the ship. Somebody's excited. We have been asked before how far it is down this walkway to the ship, so I've put the Garmin on. I'm going to measure how far this walkway is from when you get through the security to when you get on the ship.
I could hear Robert saying that about he's going to measure how far the distance is, And I saw this on the wall. Tells you.
215 meters. There we go.
There we go. So he doesn't have to measure it.
I've never seen that before. All the times we've been here, I have never seen that before.
Yeah.
We just had our pictures taken and the wind is blowing the backdrop around. I don't know how it's going to come out, but it made me think that I don't know whether I've packed any caps for during the day. I don't want this this leather Cooper going off the side of the ship. But Elle said, don't worry, I've packed you 3. She looks after me. Doesn't she look after me? She does. She looks after me. This is the longest queue we've had today, and it's to get on the actual ship. Here we are, getting on board the P&O Pacific Encounter for our long weekend country cruise.
This is the first of many. Yeehaw!
You're going to get fed up of this by the end of this video.
Hello! So we've just done security and we're now boarded on the ship. Now I just wanted to do a little intro here into a good day to Shane, who is wheeling around the world and is hot on the internet at the moment, talking about accessibility or the lack thereof on board some of these cruise ships. He's actually on board the MSC at the moment, and it's going through the roof. Millions of people are watching about his difficulties he's got on board ships with accessibility. Now, I'm all about accessibility and just making life easy for everybody, especially when you're on holiday. You want to take the hard work out of everything. When we go through security, the desks that you have to get your hand luggage on, and we know we have these kind of cases, these sort of things, so hand luggage is not confined to just a little handbag. You have to get that up on board the table with the little metal rollers that goes then through the security scanner. I find it an effort every time. I nearly did my back in one time just because I lifted it awkwardly and I was being told to hurry up. There was a queue behind me, got all flustered. So I have emailed the Brisbane Port Security and other emails and sent in a request about whether or not they could consider putting in like little kind of ramps that come round that you can put your case on or your bag and kind of just drag it up round a sort of a little, I guess like a water slide, like the water slides they've got on here, that kind of effect. Up one to go on and one to come off, just simply because everybody, whether you've got a bad back, whether you're elderly, whether you're pregnant, just make life easy for all of us. Do you know what? That has been 3 weeks and I've sent another follow-up, nothing, blank. Birds chirping, crickets, nothing. So I'm just going to keep hammering this home and see if anybody comes back to me about it. But let's go to muster station.
We've just done our muster, nobody here, muster station A. These guys have scanned us all in with their little scanning machines. And we're all ready to go. This must be, I think, thank you. This must be one of the fastest embarkations we have ever had. So off to the cabin to drop our bags off now.
On this particular cruise, we got our key cards as we were in check-in. Sometimes you will get these in your cabin door. Your room numbers are not on the key cards, but they will give you this little slip of paper with all the information, and they're kind of the scanners for you to get the app on your phone, and then your room number here. On your key card, it will tell you your muster station. Now do this in this order and you will find life a whole lot easier. So as soon as you come on board, you go then through kind of a little check-in on board just to make sure that you've got the key card. You just zap it and you walk in and you will be pointed to your muster station. Go to that, it just takes 5 seconds where they just click your card to say that you've gone to your muster station and you know where it is. The muster station is designed, that's the meeting point if there's an emergency. So it's already designed to be close to your cabin, even though it'll be on a different floor. So click it in at the muster station, turn around, go to the closest set of lifts that are there by your muster station, because then go to your floor and that will take you to your cabin very quickly. So when you come out of the lifts on the floor, here's a little map. Find where your cabin is. So ours is just this way here. So what are we wearing? 11236. 11. I haven't got my glasses on, Robert. 236 is just along here somewhere. I can't. Oh gosh. There we go. 11236. Okay, so just a short walk away.
It is.
That's
Odds on
how
one
you
side,
do it.
evens on the other.
Go in your cabin, drop off all your stuff, and go for lunch.
Watch your video first. Don't forget, watching your video is part of the muster.
That's right, that's part of your muster. We have a little letter in our door as we've arrived. Let's see, what's this one say? Personal dining plan. This is going to tell us.
Now, we did
Which
book for
restaurants?
Luke's tonight.
And it tells us, so it's got Luke's, which is the one we've booked in for 7:30. Then we've got Dragon Lady the next night, and then Waterfront, and we are at the 8:30 sittings.
8:30.
So, 8:30. That's a little bit
That's
later.
late. We'll go and see if we can change that.
So we'll change that. So we haven't even gone into our room yet, but we've already decided we're going to change those times. Let's see. And I always put it in the wrong way. I always put in the barcode, which is wrong. Hello, so we've just arrived in our cabins and I'm just giving the girls a call on the old-fashioned landline. So you just dial the cabin number.
Can you have a landline at sea?
Oh yeah, be Sea Lion. Sea Lion!
Sea Lion! Hello! This is not a comedy cruise, it's a country cruise.
Should I take this? I keep doing this and I think I'm going to do this. Okay. And I'm in danger of having hat hair, but there you go. We've just arrived in our cabin and look what we have been given. Some beautiful, this is, look at that. They're the big, I'm going to show you for size. Look at the size.
They're huge. I've never seen strawberries that big.
Beautiful. And then we have been given some canapes.
Ooh, lovely.
So this is just a welcome package that we've been given.
I'm not sure why, to be honest with you.
And some fruit.
And some fruit.
And we love doing the fruit because we put that in our little whizzy blender and we'll have our breakfast blended juice.
Juice.
So the girls have come, we've invited them in to join in the fun of eating, yes. And
go on, grab one of those strawberries, Gab.
you can grab one.
Yeah.
Can I just have the smaller strawberry? I just don't
Well,
want
you can because Gabby's, look at that size of that. Is that?
Is it good? Is it good?
I need to come back. That's like,
Whoa.
how's yours?
really nice.
And we still haven't had lunch yet. Let's go for lunch. This
Let's
is
go
just
get
so
some lunch.
exciting.
Woo.
I have just filled the fridge with all my little drinks and cans so that they'll be cold when I come back later.
We will have a look up at the pantry perhaps, but it's generally absolutely chaotic on Embarkation Day, so we may end up going down to Avalon and grabbing a toasty. It's quite quiet in the pantry today. I think everybody's coming early, so we've decided to get something. It's my favourite roast beef and Yorkshire pudding anyway, but I've gone past the dessert counter, and the dessert today is not a big cake, the main one. It's a tiramisu. What a great choice to make coming up to the pantry. Tiramisu, my fave.
I was going to go for something different today, but of course the curries are always so good in the pantry. They are always superb. Freshly cooked and hot. Do you know, and they put them in these metal dishes here so that everything's in a separate compartment. And you know, if you're like me, where you don't like things like baked beans touching your egg or sauces touching things, just some of us are like that. So I love these compartments. So all the sauces and the rice and everything don't blend into one. Keeps it separate. Because it's a metal tray, I could feel this was burning my fingers. It is so hot, which is just such a good thing. So, and I've got some salad as well. So that's just the healthy salad. The salad station today was just overflowing with fresh salads. Look delicious. Sometimes it can be a little bit on the skinny side, and I think it's just as they restock at the different ports. Today it was bursting with all different delicious salads. I'm just going to give this little potato one a try. This is a vegetable korma. It is mild, it's only slightly creamy, a little bit of curry, but there's so many flavors, it just bursts. Honestly, this is one of the best Indian restaurants. Is the Indian station on board this ship. It's just wonderful. This is a fish curry. I don't think I've ever bought a fish curry in my entire life. It's not something I would ever choose to buy in case I didn't like it, but because we're on board a ship, and the whole beauty of eating on a ship, especially in the banquet section here, is that you can try a little bit of it. Don't like it, go up and get something else. So I'm going to give this a go.
I'm not sure it's banquet, more buffet I think than banquet.
I'd call it a banquet. Very, very flavoursome, a little bit salty for me. And the fish, I think that's probably why I don't normally pick it, because the fish goes a little bit mushy because it's been cooked in the sauce. So that's probably not my favourite. And then I'll try this one. This was just a bean curry. Woo!
I wish I'd gone.
So much spicier, so much hotter. Almost a little bit Mexican. That is beautiful. Love that. I'm going to enjoy this. And Robert, you're always going to enjoy your roast.
It's a little bit more well cooked than I would normally like it, but roast beef and Yorkshire pudding is always a firm favourite. Now, I know this is a country cruise, but these ladies have brought the country to the cruise. Lunch is over and it's time to head on up to the sail away party. We're intrigued to see what kind of music they play at a sail away party on the country cruise, whether it's the usual Macarena and the Nutbush, or whether it's something a little bit more countrified. We'll find out very soon. Doing well, ladies, doing well. Sail away's over. The rain managed to stay off the bottom a few drops, so although it wasn't sunny, we had a dry sail away and a start to our country cruise. We are all changed, and tonight we're eating at Luke's on the Embarkation Day special, so we're off there now.
We've booked in at Luke's tonight. 7:30 was our booking. This is a beautiful restaurant. We love it. So this is the added cost restaurant, and you can go a la carte. But for the first night, they do a set menu. It's a special menu, and it has a selection of the items that are off the a la carte menu. When we went through it, the selection is not all the lower cost items. It is just literally a selection, I guess, of the favourites that people pick. From that menu, you get some bread and dips, a starter, a main, a side, and a dessert. And then you also get a glass of wine to choose from, a beer or a cocktail you can go for. It's a really, really good deal.
And a voucher for burger and fries from Luke's.
Right, you get that as well.
That's $15 worth.
It's beautiful in here because the ambience is lovely. You can hear people sort of talking in the background, and a little bit of background, some kind of soft jazzy music, but there's none of the loud talking, obviously because there's so many fewer guests. The food is splendid. We happen to have all chosen the same starter. How boring are we? But it was the tempura prawns that I had last time. Maybe because I raved on them so much, everybody's decided to go for them. I'm just going to do this. This is all I need to do. You can just hear the crunch.
That's a huge prawn. That is a massive prawn. Okay, we're going to eat ours now while you finish. Is it good?
It's hot and beautiful and juicy, and the sauce is lemony. And Maddie's just going through everything I've said.
Enjoying yours, Maddie?
Yes, nice and crispy, nice and hot.
Beautiful.
Now Maddie's doing it knife and fork style. I read up on the etiquette side of it, and it's perfectly acceptable to pick it up with your fingers for a prawn because it has a tail on.
You do you.
There you go. The service in here is beautiful and so well paced. So there was a nice lull between finishing the first course and then our mains coming. So not too long, but just enough time for everything to kind of digest nicely and look forward to the next main course. So I got snapper. Now, Please, no judgment here, but I like my fish well done. I know it's supposed to it's not supposed to be a little bit rare in the middle. I just don't like it like that, so I asked for it to be grilled with a nice crust on, and that's exactly the way Chef's done it. We ordered, so you only get one side dish each, so we each ordered a different one, not like the starters where we all got the same. We ordered a different one, and then we shared it up amongst us. So we got the pumpkin. Now the pumpkin in maple syrup is to die for. It comes roasting hot. It's beautifully tender, and there's little cubes here, as you can see, and then it's kind of smothered in maple syrup, and there's other flavours in there as well. It has a lot more complex flavours to it. It's absolutely divine. In fact, I could have that as a starter or on its own. And then we've got some mixed steamed vegetables and some creamy mashed potato. Robert shows you these creamy mashed potatoes. I've never seen anything like it. And they really are...
It's almost an empty dish now because we've taken out... Actually, I'll show you my plate now. So I've got the vegetable, the pumpkin, the potato, and my steak. And there's still some potato and there's still some vegetables left.
Now the sauce, there was a variety of sauces you could have. I actually went for horseradish sauce with my fish. I often get horseradish, I don't know why, I just like it with that hotter flavour with fish rather than the sort of tartar sauce.
Now, I have been spoilt today. I had my favourite for lunch, tiramisu, which came... oh, look at this, we've got some... Petit Force. Quick, I'll allow you to move the camera to have a look at this. Thank you so much, Miriam. Yes, I've been spoiled today. My favourite tiramisu was in place of the cake at lunchtime today in the pantry, and what's it called? Creme brulee. I forgot what it's called. Creme brulee for dinner. Now, I'm going to give this a little bit of a... Oh my gosh, that's solid. Yeah, got the microphone down here. Can you hear that? That's, sugar is solid. So, let's have a quick taste of it. I haven't tasted the rest of the meal. It was fabulous, by the way. You'll have to take my word for it on that. Wow. That is fabulous. I don't usually eat desserts, but tiramisu and creme brulee in one day. What can I say? There's a good plate of cheese over there that I think we'll be heading back to the cabin for late night snack. I think that's where that cheese is heading.
So we've got, that looks like cheddar. Doesn't look crumbly enough to be Cheshire. Cheddar. A blue cheese, looks like a Roquefort, and brie. And do you remember what that was? Was that like a honey?
Syrup. Yeah, it's like a
honey.
syrup.
Maybe for the apple, put the apple into the...
And then, oh, look at that. It's a selection of breads. How beautiful. Can I just tell you a little bit about creme brulee, Robert?
I'll tell you the difference between a creme brulee and a creme caramel, and you'll need to have experienced a package holiday in the 70s to understand this. You won't find a creme brulee on a Spanish hotel buffet.
Yeah, but you will find creme caramel. There used to be an abundance. It was
Dessert for every meal.
For every meal. It was one of those. And that's it. I think it's just a pudding. It's just a kind of, it's just a creamy pudding, isn't it, with the sugar on top. Anyway, you enjoy your creme.
I shall.
Creme brulee.
Brulee.
Oh my goodness.
Maddie's finished hers while we've been chatting.
I know that might be regret later.
Was it delicious?
It was delicious, but whether I feel good in the next 20 minutes will be determined.
There's always room, isn't there? There's always room for a dessert.
There is.
But then sometimes you're getting dessert regret,
Yes.
I think.
I've had that before.
We are now in the Black Circus. After a fabulous meal, we went to have a look at the party. There are a few people down in the lobby, weren't there? There are a few people, but it wasn't really as busy as like the Gatsby or anything like that. So,
well, it was a live band, but
Yeah.
there seemed to be a lot going on in all the different rooms at the same time. So
we know that now,
I guess it didn't seem to have one main place where everybody was.
Yeah.
So it was kind of, normally it's it has the Gatsby party or it's the 80s party, and everybody goes to that one event. So there was lots of things going on in different places, which I thought was quite nice.
It was.
Quite
There was a
nice,
great band playing in the Encounter Hotel. There was a great band playing in the Blue, and busiest I've seen it in a long while.
Oh, yeah.
But that was in passing, so we popped down to the Black Circus because there was a comedian on, Andrew Nason, I think his name was. Obviously, we can't film any of that. We can't film any of those live comedians. But he's I was a bit iffy when he started off, but he had some.
I thought it was good. It was good in as much as so he had kind of.
We didn't walk out. I enjoyed
he had pictures, yeah. So he had kind of pictures that he could kind of comment on, as well as just doing a normal comedy act. Not side splitting, but yeah, it was pretty good, well put together. Good.
Yeah, the observational stuff was the observational stuff he did was really funny. Actually, it's like. You look at it and you go like, yeah, that's right. Now
the Black Circus. So this is a sort of little theatre in the back of the ship. I love this one because
it is a good venue.
This is a great venue because you get tables and chairs as well as it being tiered. Lots of room in between, and the chairs sort of swivel, and then the stage at the front and the bar at the back. Here, it's just excellent for this kind of venue.
It is good.
Not too big, so if you've got a comedy club or something a little bit more intimate, it's not lost in a huge theatre. So yeah, nice place to come to. Everybody's emptied out really quickly. So let's see what's on
the ship's moving a little bit, and I think a lot of people have called it an early night. To be honest with you, we're a bit tired tonight as well.
It does make you feel a little bit tired.
So I think we'll have a wander back. We'll see if there's anything going on. See if the band's in the Blue Room. Maybe have a nightcap, and that might be us for today.
Yeah,
anyway, you never know. We've been known to get into the Blue Room and get a second wind. So we'll see what happens.
In what universe does "we'll play on till the wee hours," says the band, mean that you finish at 11:30?
I know. We called in the Blue Room. Band was playing Hotel California. I like Hotel California. I said, we'll sit down, we'll get a drink. I went off to get a drink, and next thing, I was by my side at the bar saying, they're finished.
It was literally, Rob walked through the double doors and the lights went up, the band went thank you very much, and the place emptied out. It was as though a fire alarm had gone off without the excitement of a fire alarm. It just emptied out and that was at the end.
You do not want a fire alarm when you're in a ship at sea.
No, anyway. It was just the speed of emptying out, I guess. So then we ended up in the Hotel Encounter where there's a band playing, but very, very sparse, not many people still up. So I said, well, let's call it a night.
It's been a bit rocky. It's been a big day. I think maybe a lot of people have decided to call it a night. So we'll do the same. Yes.
We've got a video to start playing with.
And then we've got quite a bit planned for tomorrow as well.
Yes.
We plan on taking part in a lot of the activities. So we're going to say goodnight for now. If you've liked this video, please hit like, hit subscribe and hit the notification button if you want to see more of our videos. Thanks for watching. Good night from us from the P&O Pacific Encounter Country Cruise.
Yeah!
We'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.
Bye. We'll go and check in all these bags and then we'll be ready for him when he comes back. Let's go, girls. Oh, did you hear that bit of Shania turning?
Oh, hey, I was just beginning to think you'd be no good on a ranch.
Go on. Herding in the sheep or herding in the cattle. In any language, does this not mean, come on, they're going?
I generally do that to you when I want you to wrap it up and stop talking to me.
That's that, or wrap it up. This is, come on over, girls, come on over. And that's because...
That's a Shania Twain song. We're here on a comedy cruise. When we booked this...
No, we're not on a comedy cruise.
We're not.